Hello everyone, I'm Paul Dunleavy, the editor of CDN Computer Dealer News, Canada's #1 IT channel publication. Recently, CDN surveyed the top solution providers across Canada with the help of leading IT distributor Ingram Canada, and those results were put into a special report called The State of the Canadian Channel. Here to discuss those findings is Mark Snider, the president of Ingram Canada. Also with us today is part of CDN's editorial board, the assistant editor Jeff Jedris, and the staff writer Harmeet Singh. Mark, from what you saw in the findings, what are the top channel priorities for 2012?
Well, definitely the number one answer when we were asking the solution providers what the priorities for next year was sourcing new revenue streams. And I think with Ingram Micro, our top three priorities over the last few years, strategic priorities have been to excel in our core business and then strengthen that business, and also to develop new revenue streams. So, heartening to see that the sourcing new revenue streams was the number one priority for our reseller partners this year.
Okay, Jeff?
When we asked the partners what are some of the factors that you consider when you're deciding which vendors you would like to be working with, the partners actually rank partner profitability fairly low on the list, which we found a little bit surprising. Have you got a sense as to why that is, and is that something partners should maybe be paying a bit more attention to in 2012?
I think the resellers have been focused on profitability through managed services through the years, and I think managed services is the most profitable stream for most of our partners. But I think that one thing that they've been looking at is making sure that they don't lose the product side as well. I think if you focus entirely on services, sometimes you lose control in the account. So I think we have seen focus from some of these resellers making sure that they've got a balance and they are focused on hardware as well. So I think probably what's most important to them is to have a mix as opposed to just go strictly high profit vendors.
Mark, our sister publication IT Business conducted their own survey of SMBs in Canada, and those respondents seemed to mark the cloud as one of the top technologies that would drive their business. But in the channel, in our survey, they ranked it 10th out of 19. Is there a disconnect there? What do you think about that?
Well, I think when we saw 10th out of 19th in our marketplace, I think that in Canada it's a $10 billion market, and we've been working with cloud aggregators and to be an aggregator in the cloud market, working with cloud providers over the last several years. I think to be up in the top 10 at all is astounding right now, given that there was very little revenue attributed to cloud 2 or 3 years ago. If it is in the top 10 right now, I think you're going to continue to see that move up the ranking in the following year. So, that's an incremental revenue stream for a lot of our resellers.
Mark, finally, when you looked at the overall report, were anything that stuck out at you? Any surprises?
I think that one thing that we were looking at was under market opportunities, and the market's being defined in this regard around government. And government had been strong in Canada last year, but I think government, financial, the traditional ones have been there. I still think SMB is going to be the key driver, and it seems to be one of the big focuses still from our vendors. As we get into more mobility solutions this year, a lot of those are being applied in the SMB market, and I think that that didn't really show up in the survey, but I think it was probably the way the question was asked for the markets.
Okay. Well, Mark, thank you very much for your time, and best of luck to you and the great team at Ingram Micro for 2012. Thank you, Jeff and Harmeet, for your participation. Pick up a copy of the print and digital editions of CDN, as we'll have more in-depth coverage of the state of the Canadian channel. That's it for me, Paul Dunleavy for CDN Computer Dealer News. Thanks for watching.